The Bears.
Because of the way they play the nickel corner here, and the nickel corner plays 88-85% of the snaps. He's got to be like part linebacker.
The Bears.
When you're in a scouting room, there's going to be differences of opinion.
The Bears.
Well, you're looking at traits, and remember when he tested very, very well.
The Bears.
Greg, why are teams wrong on quarterback evaluation so up?
Number one, it's a hard position to evaluate.
Former Bears scouting director Greg Gabriel talks football live every week on the Barroom Network. Also available on demand.
Look, I think it's a good time to be a Chicago Bears fan. There's a lot to be excited about. But let me tell you something. We are past the point of excuses. If things go sour, you have used up all of the patience that Chicago has to offer.
The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Here we go, Barflies. Welcome to the Barfly Tailgate Show. You already know it's done by Barflies, for Barflies, and all the other Bears fans out there. Happy Packer Week, Bears fans. Coming off of a 5-game win streak now. The Bears are rolling into town, going into the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field literally today. Kickoff temperatures at like 15 degrees. I heard with the wind chills about 5. Oh, my goodness. So if you're heading up that way, hopefully you're tuned in, but if you're heading up that way, make sure you're bundled up. But bear down, what's going on, fellas? I am so fired up for this game. How was your week, KB? How you doing, man?
Oh man, it's been a hell of a week on my side, brother. A lot of good news coming my way, man. A lot of things to be happy about, you know.
You want to share with the fan, buddy?
Oh man, it's a couple personal things. Mom's bought a new house, man. We closed on it at the beginning of the week.
Hell yeah!
Certain somebody got a upgrade at the job, man. So I'm proud of it.
What's up, brother?
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude.
Some good things going on. Then watched Ohio State lose last night.
Y'all Michigan fans is all the same. I saw Dave Portnoy right off the bat. I was like, y'all just got your ass beat by him last week, bro.
Hey man, that's fine for me. But it's good to watch misery because they lost on that field goal kick where he shaked it from the 30. Boy,
Shake-opotamus.
Couldn't believe it. Yeah, crazy stuff happening in the college world yesterday. And another thing, KB, we saw Big Cuz come off the injury report this week,
right.
Clean and healthy and good to go, which is always fantastic news. Injury report actually is looking decent this week for the first time in a while. Yeah, Neil, how was your week, brother? How you doing this morning?
Man, it is a particular type of victory Sunday is what it is. It is one of those things where my dad hasn't been this happy since 1967.
There you go.
IU
I think-
is Big Ten champs.
Yeah.
IU is Big Ten champs. It is an unbelievable thing. Watched that thing last night in the group chat with my dad, my mom, my sister, and just enjoying the hell out of that whole thing, man. If you guys, for anybody in the chat that doesn't remember or didn't hear me say it the first time, my dad was on the football team there when Corso was coach. He went down there to punt the damn ball. And the funny thing about it, he basically had a cup of coffee down at IU. He got into that locker room and he saw the starting punter, which was like a year or two older than him, was 6'4", 210 with a long ass leg and an absolute rocket off, firing rockets off his foot. And the guy behind the number one guy was 6'3", 220 and firing rockets off his foot. He's like, dude, I'm never going to play here. so he's like, you know what? I'm going to salute this whole thing from the stands, and we're just going to rock and roll from there. But he had an offer from Mississippi State, ironically enough, where I spent 8 years of my career, and he had an offer from Air Force, and he was about to go to Air Force, didn't necessarily want to go into the military. My grandpa was a military guy. My mom's dad was a military guy. So like he was like, I'm not sure if I want to go that route, but he had a good foot. He had a good leg, man. But yeah, we celebrated the hell out of that thing last night. But hey, it's Green Bay Hate Week. That's what we're all here for. And today is the biggest game of the year, the pinnacle of Green Bay Hate Week. It's FGB time, and I am absolutely rocking and rolling, ready to go.
Yeah, the chat's been on fire already this morning. Tooch, how was your week, man? How you doing this morning?
Doing good so far, man. Man, look, it's Packers week. Since 1992, and Brett Favre took over, the Bears are 16-50 against the Packers. Sorry to break that to everybody, but yeah, I mean, look, this is the first time that Bears and Packers will meet on the field where both teams are 5 games or more over 500 in the Super Bowl era. Packers have won 3 games in a row. The Bears won 9 of their last 10, and man, what a difference a year makes.
Yeah,
shit. Black Friday, we beat the world champs, and 1 year earlier we fired Matt Eberflus.
That's right. That's right. And I was thinking back to that last week. I remember I was listening to ESPN 1000. They had Matt Eberflus do his morning show that morning with Captain J Hood prior to firing the guy. Like, you know what you're doing. What are we doing? But it does seem like, Tooch, cooler heads have prevailed. We're finally putting money where it's well-deserved. They said Ben Johnson, whatever it takes to come down here. He has molded this thing even to where guys that we thought were going to be busts have become solid players. I mean, Ozzie Trapillo has stepped in at left tackle, and all of a sudden he's freaking playing his ass off. Darnell Wright looks like an all-pro, legitimate Pro Bowler. The middle
sure does.
Absolutely matters.
It does.
The middle of the offensive line is beautiful.
It really does.
And I got to say, fellas, I am trying not to get out over my skis, but oh my God, I have never been this excited as a Bears fan. Never. No, I loved Cutler, and I always thought we had a shot with him. A lot of people hated Cutler, but I loved him. But he always had those, what are you doing, bro? Like, he was the original fuck it, Brandon Marshall down there somewhere guy. But, yeah, I'm just over the moon. The chat's fired up this morning, and I'm excited about it.
I don't remember how we were before last week's game, but we weren't expecting to dominate the world champs.
No,
we ran for like 281 yards from 100 yards before contact. That's how much push the offensive line was getting. Neil, I got Ben Johnson's game plan.
Run through a motherfucker's face, dude.
Right.
Hey, it worked.
Both backs went over 100 yards the first time since '85 when Peyton and Suey did it against the Lions in a 24-3 win.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
I mean, the offensive line, Neil, it was like watching a symphony. Guys were walled off. There were poles that trapped a defensive lineman who expected to be unblocked. All of a sudden, there's a guy in his face. walls, giant holes. Man, it was so nice. The run game was so creative, man. You have to really credit Ben Johnson and Dan Rochar for the job they did against the Eagles, man. The Eagles was a good run defense. We made them look like chopped liver.
Ben does a great job of scheming up, man. He does a great job of attacking the weaknesses and scheming up something that is going to exploit them.
Yep.
It's a phenomenal thing.
Yep.
And, the thing about it is, too, is that, the way that they blocked that defensive line. I mean, number one, Darnell Wright, again, is absolutely putting somebody on their ass.
Yep.
But the edge, Jalen Phillips, was caught out of position so many times because he had to respect the fact that Caleb Williams can do damage with his legs.
Yep.
And that bootleg, the play fake, the play action fake, he has to respect it. And that second hesitation caused a 17-yard run, a 15-yard run, chunking plays on the ground. And then, Kyle Monangai, speaking of running through a motherfucker's face, just running dudes over. I mean, that kid, 7th round draft pick, putting up numbers steal the draft, putting up numbers that the Boise State kids should be putting up right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How that kid's playing right now. It's unbelievable. But really, across the board,
across the O-line makes a great difference.
Both tailbacks across the O-line. Loveland is rising up.
Mm-hmm.
And when the receivers, when the retrievers go ahead and retrieve the damn ball, those guys are doing damage as well. Let's stop dropping the damn ball. But
speaking of receivers, we'll be without Rome Odunze today.
We will.
We will have DJ Moore's really got to step up here.
Yeah.
Without Rome. Sorry.
We both clicked it. I got it.
Without Rome, DJ Moore, and Luther Burden, Olamide Zacchaeus, and I don't think they've activated anybody else. So I think we'll see Devin Duvernay out there as well.
Big day for Burden, boys. Big day for Burden.
Yep. Yeah, we can get some big plays out of Luther Burden. That would be fantastic today. We have to run the ball like we did last week.
Yeah, that's the key. That's
100%.
That's definitely
You got
the
to
key.
get off the bus running that ball, bro.
And we all talked about the O-line, but this receiver room has taken to heart when Ben Johnson showed up and said, "No block, no rock." These receivers are blocking their ass off too. Shout out to
impressive thing about that entire room.
Yep.
Like you said, we'll be without Rome, but Rome's been blocking his ass off this year. He's been a physical guy.
Yeah, DJ and Luther too. Both all those guys blocking, and Colson Loveland's blocking has been better than advertised as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, KB told us that don't sleep on Loveland. I mean, he was that's the dude who was putting up fences in Idaho before he went to Michigan. I felt like he had some cowboy strength in him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You come from a school whose first and only offense right now is let's run the ball, and it's been like that for how many years?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Nostra KB.
So I mean, all year, I said Monangai need to get touches.
Yeah, they're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
and it really goes back to our bye week. If you guys remember, we were awful running the ball the first 2 weeks, and Ben Johnson talked about our practice habits weren't matching a championship level.
Yep.
Really getting in their ass, against even telling the media, we're not playing as expected. And they came out of that bye week, and they haven't looked back. They ran the ball on everybody, and everyone kept saying, well, you're not playing anybody. You're not playing anybody. Now we beat the Eagles. All of a sudden I go back to work and I'm hearing people saying, well, the Eagles are washed anyway. They're not. I'm like, what do we got to do? What do we got to do to show
too many
you
Eagles fans? Eagles fans were dead after that game. They're like, we haven't seen a fun game since February.
Yeah, they don't deserve a good football team in Philadelphia. No. The way I watched their fan base retaliate when you're the world champions, and I think it was 7-3 or 10-3, and they're booing their team off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all got a Lombardi in your closet from last year. It ain't even got
10 months ago. Only 10 months.
These kids booed Santa Claus. Let's not forget. These kids booed Santa Claus back in the day. They're gonna boo anything.
True. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
The O-line makes a ton of difference. Last year's O-line versus the Packers. These are the guys we had we're rolling out there versus Jake Curran, who I don't remember him even on the team, bro.
Coleman Shelton,
yeah. Hey, we got fucking fire. That's the dude
Yeah.
from last
Matt
year.
Pryor, big for no reason.
Oh, maybe he was.
The
Very
O
boring,
line
left
wasn't
tackle.
great, but Matt Pryor worked his ass off last year. I mean, he could be on my bench this year if I needed it, and if I needed an extra dude. But yeah, that O line was. You got a backup center, a backup right guard. It's all backups. The left
all
guard's
backup.
Yeah, the
Right
entire
now,
thing is
right.
backups and backups and a rookie, pretty much.
Damn near.
Yeah.
And
This is an interesting point that Bezo Joe's bringing up. So I've been hearing this too. Caleb Williams getting hammered for his inaccuracy issues and completion percentage. Do you guys think it's warranted criticism? I do, to a point. He is missing throws that he should make. I'll pass to you, KB. Just give me a second.
Go ahead.
But if you look at his third down completion percentage and his fourth quarter completion percentage, it's actually really good. So when the game's on the line, he's getting the job done. I would like to see it happen earlier so he wouldn't have to go into clutch Caleb mode that we've seen so many times this year. But, and on top of that, like Neil said earlier, our receivers, a lot of times, I don't know if we lead the league in drops, but we're pretty high up there. I mean, the ball's hitting the guys right in the hands or right in their chest. I mean, we watched DJ Moore, who's been a sure-handed receiver since he came in the league. All of a sudden, he's dropping. Go ahead, KB.
I was gonna say, man, I think we as fans need to have a serious conversation with most of these people who are not fans, bro. Because all you look at is numbers. All certain media people look at his numbers. All his completion percentage is at 59%. Blah blah blah. Like you said, we're not looking at drops. PFF had Rome rated with 2 drops this year. Fucking crazy. I seen one game where he had 3. Like, what are we doing? Like I said, we all know we can go back to it. I was all for keeping Fields. I was all for doing the haul, and I admitted on this pod and this channel, I wasn't necessarily the most highest person on Caleb. I always felt that Caleb played a lot of backyard football. You started to see a little bit of the change this year. You started to see a little bit of now he's starting to play in rhythm. When he plays in rhythm, I think the kid is phenomenal. Like I said, the play where him and Loveland saved the game for us against the Bengals was an in rhythm pass. Pop, 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 ball out, boom, touchdown.
Yeah.
You got to look at some of the plays that the receivers aren't making. If you add the drops to Caleb's percentage, he's probably up somewhere around 61, 62%. Now, it's not the best, but you compare that to other people that are now MVP finalists every year, the Lamar Jacksons of the world, the Josh Allens of the world. These dudes, they all were low 60s their second and third years in the league.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes a little time, man. The kid is uber talented. I said this last year. Uber talented. He has accuracy issues. I said last year he couldn't throw the deep ball to save his damn life. We've seen a little bit of a change. But like I said, that comes with coaching. That comes with learning new mechanics, new footwork, all of those things, man. So at the end of the day, man, all this, he's going to be trash. He's not going to get any better. All that's not warranted, man. You have to let the kid grow.
And the other thing about it too, KB, is you're also talking about a quarterback that's doing the right thing and not turning the ball over.
Exactly.
You know, some of those incompletions are him dumping the ball when he's got an edge rusher chasing him down, or when nobody's open and he's scrambling and there's nowhere to run. Get rid of the ball, live and die another day.
Yep.
That is also something that elite quarterbacks do. He's figuring it out.
Yeah. And,
you know, that's something that you just said, KB, and something that, you know, I think I and everyone else on the show has been saying for weeks is that the kid game over game and year over year right now is improving consistently up and to the right every single time we see him. It's just a matter of time before this kid evolves into an actual quarterback. And, you know, like I said last week and the week before, this was a kid, and KB, you just touched on it. This was a kid that excelled at the Sandlot game. It was something that was ingrained in him from high school through college and you know up into the NFL, and that is something that's got to be. You don't want to beat it out of him completely. You know, you don't want to beat the whole thing out of it completely because
Right.
you know he is a playmaker with the ball in his hands now.
Yeah.
But he's learning how to play quarterback for the first time this year. He didn't have that kind of coaching and guidance last year. He didn't have that kind of development kind of plan at his back last year with that mess that we had here in this city. He's learning how to play quarterback for the first time in his life in his second rookie season. And damn it, dude, it's starting to look pretty good. And there are flashes of elite out there. So once the flashes become the norm and the norm becomes consistent, we're going to be in great shape, guys.
Yeah.
After the game on Friday, Ben Johnson talked about the exact subject of completion percentage. He was asked about Caleb Williams' completion percentage. He said it's an area we've certainly talked about, but he did note that on Friday against the Eagles, it was a tough day to throw the ball with the weather. He did say to fix it, we have to be fundamentally correct. The primary receiver was open. We've got to make sure we hit him. All of our pass catchers, we just harped on it today. We need to be more disciplined in our route detail. It's not where it needs to be. Our depth isn't proper all the time. Our steps aren't proper. Everyone has a role to play in the pass game to get it cleaned up. It's not where it needs to be. We're winning in spite of the passing game, not because of it. None of us are pleased with it. And I love the transparency. I think this is the most transparent coach the Bears have ever had. 100%. And he uses that to motivate his players as well. You know, there's always coded language. And the players, they feed off of Ben. They trust Ben to put them in position to win. They trust all of these coaches to put them in position to win. As they trust them with their teaching, with their technique, with their play calling, and game management is like night and day from last season. Matt Eberflus. I know it was Thomas Brown got the win last year up at Green Bay. Those games were less than 3-point wins. The first time, and it both came down to field goal kicks at the end. It was a 2019 loss, and the first time we played Green Bay last year, and then we had the blocked field goal and the Cairo Santos game winner for 22-20 win on the second, for Thomas Brown beating them. But the series, man, since Brett Favre took over, like I said, we were 16-50 against the Packers. I mean, they got every right to chirp at us, so I really want to shut them up today, man, with a new team and a new coach.
Yeah, I agree. But if you look at it that way, too, we're a blocked field goal away from the Packers going winless in the division last year. That was the only one they got in the NFC North. It was because they blocked our field goal. And that was obviously a better – they had the coaching over us. They had every advantage over us. I know he talked about winning in spite of the passing game, and he did follow it up later saying it's not just the quarterback, because everyone took that and ran with, he doesn't like Caleb, he's ready to move on, this and that. He followed it up and saying, no, it's not just Caleb. And I remember seeing in the Philly game, there's two plays in particular where DJ Moore does a cutback and he's on the ground, he slipped, and then I think maybe Burden did the exact same thing. The ball is there in the area, but the guy falls and slips. I don't know if the turf was slick during that game. And then, like you said, Tooch, they talked about the wind. I mean, we didn't exactly see Jalen Hurts throwing it 50 yards down the field either. Let's be real. So obviously that was a factor in the game last week.
You don't see Jalen Hurts throw the ball 50 yards downfield with the wind at his back. What you talking about, man? You can't use that as an example.
I'm just saying that they moved the goalpost on us. His rookie year, all we heard was y'all could have had Jaden Daniels. Now this year, all we're hearing is y'all could have had Drake May. And I think it's fair to say all these quarterbacks can be good. You don't have to say y'all picked the wrong guy. I think Caleb's good. I think Jaden will be good long as he's continues to be healthy. That's his biggest issue. And Drake May has a beautiful deep ball, but he's yet to throw for 300 yards. I don't know if y'all have heard that story. Why can't they all be good? I just don't get it. It's always got to be a competition. Who's better than who? And I just don't see it that way. Vizzo
might be the best
Joe
quarterback class in some
is
time.
on it today.
Yeah, definitely, Neil.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. They told us that in 2021 when we drafted Justin. They told us that draft class was going to be the best we had seen in a long time. But this one has
had a lot of potential.
lived up
That
to
draft
the
class had a
billing.
lot of potential. That's the key word there. I think the national talent in this draft class with all these quarterbacks was a lot better. It's kind of where I fall.
Well, in a couple of years, when CJ Carr and Saiyans coming out, we'll see. They'll be talking about that one too. It'll be another one. Vizo Joe's all over it today, though. He's moving to the defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, talking about getting pressure. This is the thing that worries me and has worried me about this team all year is a defensive end. We get Austin Booker back, and he's playing okay. Montez Sweat has 7.5 sacks, so he's playing better than he was. But if you don't get pressure on Jordan Love, we're going to be in trouble.
Sit back there all day and pick you apart.
Right. Do you think we have a shot today to pressure Jordan? And when you get pressure on him, he'll throw you the ball. And we've got a league leading safety at interceptions, and I believe Nashawn Wright is leading. Yeah. So we'll take it away from him if we can get some pressure on him. That's the biggest thing. Y'all think we got a chance to get some pressure on him? Or what would you do, KB?
I'm very notorious for my thinking of I would blitz all goddamn game. I'm sorry, bro. My thought process on being a defensive coordinator, if it was me, I would have my damn corners 3 to 4 yards off or pressing. You gonna either get this ball out quick and make a mistake, or you might get a big play in my head. Cause nah, bro, I'm not giving you the chance to sit in the pocket and just bounce around and go through all your reads and go back to your second or third read. No, bro. I'm coming after you. I send 5 or 6 every damn play. But DA, he's shown it in spurts. And to me, it would be very wise to do it this game. You don't have a wide receiver on their team that you sit there and say they have a Justin Jefferson, or they got a Jamar Chase, or they got a hell, even what's my man name that's the second wide receiver for the Vikings, Addison. They don't have none of them. They have guys. They're fast.
I like Reed a lot, and they're getting him back today.
That's cute.
He's not JJ, obviously, but
right. He's
underrated in my opinion.
He's fast and he gets open. That's Tyreek Hill in my book. I get that. But this is my saying. Are there any of our cornerbacks that are playing today that you feel like wouldn't be able to lock any of these wide receivers up? You know what I'm saying? There are no wide receivers on their team that you sit there and say that's an obvious mismatch. That being said, I don't feel like they're physical. They're a team that wants to use finesse, and they use the routes to get, you know what I'm saying? LaFleur uses his routes to get people open. I get that. They're not a physical team. Punch them in the mouth. The only physical person on their team is 2 people, and one of them is hurt. The other one is Josh Jacobs. Punch them in the mouth. You punch them in the mouth, bro, you won't have to worry about all these dudes just running around willy-nilly and I can do this and I can get open. I'm fast. Oh, they don't have a guy at wide receiver, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. You go out and you jam these kids and you punch them in the mouth early, then they start getting worried about running routes and all this other shit. Yeah, and blitz Jordan Love. Blitz him. I'm sorry, man. I just don't. I hate watching our cornerbacks play 7 yards off. It drives me fucking crazy, man. It drives because I'm like, bro, just get up on them, jam them. They beat you, they beat you. Then you know what your problem is. But come on, man, you 7 yards off. Of course they gonna catch a 3-yard slant. Come on,
yeah.
That's all Green Bay be running.
Thank God we have the parental advisory thing on this particular comment right here.
Yeah, well, he dared me to put it up, so what am I going to do? I ain't scared, never been.
to say, man.
But you know,
I think you're right, KB. Though we gotta pressure them, whether it's blitzing
100%.
or whether we think we can get home with 4. Number one priority. Someone talked about it. Big Bill needs to shut down Josh Jacobs so they're forced into passing the ball. They don't have, like you said, I like Reed a lot, but they don't have that upper echelon receiver. They drafted Golden in the first round. He's been in and out of the lineup a lot.
He's injured.
Tucker Kraft was probably their best weapon, and he tore his ACL or Achilles, so he's out for the year. And their O-line's banged up. KB, Elton Jenkins is out. They've been shuffling guys around trying to figure it out. And I keep hearing, I was hearing this week all week long, and I know power rankings are basically irrelevant, but everyone has put the Packers above us in the power rankings.
Been limited all week with a bad back.
Yeah. What have they? What is this?
Put it back up there, Tooch. Put it back up.
Right tackle in the game. What is
Been limited all week with a bad back, and we got the Green Bay Packers X feed posting this bullshit. 1772 big boom.
He's not even going to be the best right tackle on the field tonight.
What are the chances you call that number and leads you to a port site? What are the chances?
Absolutely. Probably leads you to the Hills Have Eyes casting call. Listen, I had to take a break from X, man. I've seen probably the dumbest, most ignorant post I think I've ever seen in my life. A dude, whoever the guy is, he has a cheese symbol in his name. Says Chicago had to run and get Detroit's best coordinator to have any reason to be relevant or something along those lines. Duh, Nick. I almost said jackass. Bro, what do you think you go and get a coordinator for?
Like they didn't go get LaFleur from the Rams. What's he talking about?
Yeah, what do you think you do when you fire a coach?
You're not supposed to go get the best bright young talent in the game.
And once I seen that, I was like, I think I'm good on X because I believe all Packers fans that are on social media are excuse my words, retarded. I'm sorry. It blew my mind.
I saw him.
No need to apologize.
On the radio this week, they said sometimes that cheese that they wear on their head kind of seeps down into their brain a little bit, and they just have no choice but to see things with Packers glasses on. But I'll be honest, fellas. ESPN Milwaukee this week said the Bears fans are scared blankless. That was his exact words. What are we scared of? Our over-under this year was 8.5. We've already hit it. Bro, we're playing with house money. The pressure's on you. Y'all are the ones since 1992 where we've only beat you 4 times. Y'all are the ones with back-to-back to possibly back Hall of Fame quarterbacks and 2 Super Bowls to show for it. The pressure is on you, fellas. It ain't nothing for the Bears. What are we going to do? Another loss? I mean, let's be real, fellas.
But it's supposed to be the Packers' year. They're a 7th-year head coach, 6th-year quarterback, and went all in on Micah Parsons.
I was going to say, traded
all the
pressure. Parsons.
With all that, they got a loss to the Browns and a loss to the Panthers already happened. And they tied the Cowboys, who we blew out. But
Florida's been there 7 years. They don't have
the Bears.
Unbelievable.
Packers are better than the Bears in all the power rankings. But I don't know. I guess they beat the Lions. They swept the Lions, so they got that. But I don't know, Phil. I mean, there's got to be they Toyota-thon, freaking Jordan Love. That pisses me off too. I work at Toyota. I grew up a Kentucky fan. Randall Cobb tearing us up. Now I work at Toyota, and it's Toyota-thon Jordan Love. What has
he done to get
are we talking about Green Bay fans or Alabama fans? What are we actually talking about here? I'm not 100% certain.
Maybe Texas fans. I've been hearing them chirping about they need to be in the playoffs, even though they've got a loss to
the Packers
Florida.
lost to the Giants. I don't remember that.
I know the Eagles did.
The Eagles.
I don't remember. No, that Jameis Winston played in that game, they won by a touchdown. So it's
Or was
not
it
like
4?
Packers won.
Yeah,
They lost
Packers.
the Browns, the Panthers, and the Eagles this year.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a touchdown. Yeah, that's right.
Packers.
They put up 7 points against the Eagles. Did we not watch last week? If they didn't stop us on 4th down in the first drive, which I didn't think they did, we
I didn't
put
think
up
it was
more
enough
points
evidence.
than we did. I mean, I don't know, man. But we got to prove it, fellas. We got to prove it on the field. People are gonna keep doubting us until we prove it on. Just keep doing it. Keep putting us down. If just think about it, fellas. If JJ McCarthy doesn't have that miraculous comeback in week 1, we're sitting at 10-2, and everyone's talking about us the way they're talking about the Patriots.
I think it's more that we kind of pissed that game away than JJ McCarthy doing work. We definitely kind of shit the bed.
I was gonna say that game was the amalgamation of Ben Johnson's first game coaching, his first game you playing somebody in the division, and also it being your first game. He just got out coached. It's as simple as that. There's nothing wrong to say that. It wasn't like the dude was supposed to come in and be Notre Dame's his first from the first call. We was gonna take bumps and bruises, and that was a bumps and bruises game. That's all.
But instead of that setting the table for the entire year, like it would have been under Eberflus, like it was under Eberflus last year. Response.
Exactly.
Now granted, the very next week we got our asses kicked in by the Detroit Lions, but after that, it's been boom, 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 boom. Rattled off. What the hell is our record now? We lost 1 game since week 2, whatever it is.
Yeah. That was the Ravens with Snoop Huntley, who played better than Lamar has played this year. I mean, let's be
that
real.
game still pisses me off, man.
Bro,
that's what worries me. That's what worried me about last week is the way we defended. JJ McCarthy was able to run on us. Jackson Dart, let's be real, was able to run on us.
Oh, he ran on us all.
We knocked him out.
Yep.
And then Snoop Huntley ran on us.
Yep.
I was worried about Jalen Hurts being able to run on us, and they just didn't.
He
even
started.
try that.
He started until something happened. you rip the ball. Go ahead.
I love that play when Nashawn reached in there and took it from him, and when it happened, I remember thinking they're going to say his forward progress was stopped, and they're going to give that right back to him. But the football gods have been smiling on us this year, and I think it's for one reason and one reason only. We got the Pope.
The tush push, man. We had 2 weeks in a row with tush push plays where Mason Rudolph on the trick play should never have ran for whatever 40, 50 yards like he did. After that, the Bears said, no more of that. We went around the other end and stripped the ball away. And then after the Bears did that, the Eagles want to ban the tush push, their best play.
They said it in game. When they brought it up, and they were showing Jalen Hurts. I can't remember who the guys were calling on the game. I think was one of them Greg Olsen by chance, or was it JJ Watt? It was one of them.
On Prime, so it would have been.
Watt was on the Steelers.
No, it
call.
was.
Whoever it was came over and it was like, Jalen Hurts talks about how much he can squat, and he doesn't like the tush push.
It was Kirk and Alec because it was Amazon Prime.
Yeah, he doesn't like the tush push. He would be the first one to tell you that he would just rather blah blah blah. I'm like, come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing right now?
I don't want to say they don't like the tush push, but I think if they didn't run that play, Jason Kelsey would still be their center, and they would have a lot less problems. They stuck him, battering rammed him for the last 2 years of his career until he said, "Fuck this, I'm gonna go podcast."
Man said no mas. He got a Super Bowl ring. Said I'm done, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go podcast.
That kid that got there in center right now is perfect for that though, because all he is just a big old meathead. He's just a big old meathead, just corn husking, hail bale throwing Nebraskan.
I was gonna say, he went to Nebraska, or was it Florida State?
Nebraska.
That was Nebraska. Yeah,
Nebraska.
And they have the big old mullet too. Am I wrong? Right or wrong on that one? I'm trying to remember.
Another time he was going to draft, I'm not sure what his particular hairstyle is right now, but I mean, he's just perfect for that role, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He's just a country boy meathead. That's all he is.
I like my center though. I think our whole O line needs to be in the Pro Bowl this year. I mean, we've talked about
There's no doubt.
Ryan Poles never being able to draft Pro Bowlers. He might have quite a few this year.
I just want to say this, AC. He absolutely does have the mullet. Just confirm.
Does he? Phenomenal. I love it. I love it. Just a meathead, dude.
I think, like I said, we got on Poles bad this year in the beginning, especially.
Hell yeah.
But now that things have kind of molded themselves into place, I think you gotta kind of get a man his pat on the back for the moves he's made. I know beginning of the year we had
mysterious moves, KB.
Hey man, when we early in the year we still had people that complained about some of the moves he made that are actually paying dividends. We heard I don't know if y'all heard it, but I watch other shows all the time. Drew Dahlman was getting flack. You know what I'm saying? Jonah Jackson was being looked at as, oh, this was a terrible trade. We should have never gotten him. Yep. He's overrated. He's this, he's that.
And to be fair, it didn't start off great.
It didn't.
That's true.
It absolutely didn't. But it's the same thing when we sit here and say, man, sometimes it just takes time for people to mold. All three of these dudes on the inside came from three different teams.
Yeah. And neither of them played preseason too.
Exactly. Folks have to learn to play next to each other. That's how you get God,
look at that son bitch right there. Look at that meathead son bitch right there.
He's out though. He's having a back procedure or something, I think.
It's probably because too many tush pushes. But yeah, like I said, man, you gotta. Sometimes it just takes time for things to mold, especially with the O-line. You need that continuity with each other, that familiarity with each other to know, hey, man, I know what the dude on the left side of me is going to do, or I know what the guy on the right side of me is going to do. It just takes time, man. And now the time has been established. Like I said, you're looking at 4 Pro Bowlers, honestly, on that O-line.
And how much has Tooney being your left guard helped Ozzie Trapillo step into his role as your left tackle?
Best trade he's made in
a 4th-round pick for an All-Pro, bro. Let's be real. A 6th-round pick for a Pro Bowl right guard. I mean, Swaggy McNoleg's still saying that Poles is terrible, but I disagree. I think
you got to give him his props this year.
You got to give him props, man. I get it. He hasn't made all the moves, but even the best GMs have misses. I mean, Howie Roseman, who everyone says is the best GM in the league, drafted Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I mean, all of them have misses.
Right. I was going to say, you say that, look at everybody that took players before they decided to take Patrick Mahomes. Because, like I said, we get killed for that to this day. Yeah. But you forget the Browns chose all these other teams.
I mean, the Browns chose probably the best defensive end.
That's your only saving
last
grace.
20 years.
That's your only saving grace. But on the same outfit of that, they decided to go with Deshaun Watson over Patrick Mahomes. We don't hear that get killed enough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, you sit here, everybody has misses, man. And yeah, you can say Poles has missed more than he's hit. But the team that we have now, honestly, outside of the O-line was the team that you had last year. You just needed coaching.
Yeah, he tried to to improve the pass rush with the Odangbo signing. That didn't work out because the guy got injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he also just wasn't good though, too.
I mean, a miss, but
highly overpaid for incredibly average.
The offensive line, that was huge.
When you're an edge player and you can't set the edge, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I mean, they can get out of that contract next year if they want. And you'd have to, all of us to a man would say the biggest need next year is edge rush.
Edge. They'd be the first 3 picks.
Yeah,
first 3 picks right now.
Yeah, I think Dane Brugler had us taking the Clemson kid.
We also were picking 31st.
We may be picking 31st, but I mean it's a deep draft for defensive line and edge.
We'll figure it out, man.
That Texas Tech defensive line, man. Texas Tech they held BYU to 7 points. So weekend sports betting tips. My free play was BYU under 17.5 team total. It worked out pretty good. But yeah, the moves that Poles, look at the Kevin Byard move, fantastic. Solidified the defensive backfield. That interception he made against the Eagles, man, it was athletic play. It was so nice, man. Then the Nashawn Wright, he was like an afterthought who's balling out. He was like our sixth cornerback or fourth cornerback, whatever. You can. I mean, they didn't need to draft Zay Frazier because he picked up Nashawn Wright. They're basically the same player, size wise. 6'4", thin, long arms for a cornerback. And when Zay Frazier, whatever, took a redshirt year this year, he still had the quarterback that Dennis Allen wanted, Nashawn Wright. That pick has been great.
Massive.
Darnell Wright over Jalen Carter. Man, Jalen Carter's injured after going up against Darnell Wright, man. He's having like shoulder issues.
We have to re-sign Nation.
I think you have to. Yeah. Because that kid is still young and he's still growing. He's still developing. Yep. And when Nashawn is right, he's elite.
He's playing wide receiver against wide receivers. He's jumping and getting the pass before the wide receiver.
And he says that every time they ask him, how are you so good at taking the ball away? He's like, well, I played receiver, so I kind of know the route tree a little bit. And I don't know if that's still done these days, but when I was growing up in high school, a lot of times your receiver was a corner on defense and running backs played linebacker, a lot of times.
Yeah, the best dudes play both ways. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
more often than not, they're going to play receiver and tailback and then also play safety because when you're playing center field, you can go ahead and play sideline to sideline and make plays from opposite.
I played running back and safety both ways.
And that's another big shout out to Ryan Poles, Swaggy McNulty, is the coaching staff that we've put together. Al Harris, I hope that we can keep him, but I feel like he should be getting defensive coordinator interviews this offseason. The running backs coach, Eric Bieniemy, has been working his ass off, and look what we've got out of that. The O-line coach may be the unsung hero of our entire coaching staff. You go get Dennis Allen, you go get Ben Johnson, who I've wanted for 2 years now. That's another shout out to your GM for making the moves that need to be made. And he hasn't put a shovel in the ground yet, but shout out to Kevin Warren for letting the McCaskies know you get what you pay for. So, yeah, I don't. Okay, Swaggy, if you don't get it, that's fine. You don't have to play. But it is what it is.
I'm not watching the comments as much as I should.
He just says he doesn't know how Poles is drawing in anyone. Literally, when we hired Ben Johnson, we thought, and the Raiders thought, we need to fire our GM so he can bring in whoever he wants as general manager. He said, I want to work with Poles. We are both Boston College guys. Ben Johnson's a Cubs fan, so that's another check mark in his box. He wanted this job for Poles, for the city of Chicago, and for quarterback. For anyone who wants to junk on our quarterback, he looked at the quarterbacks available and said, I want to work with Caleb Williams. He could have went to Washington last year and worked with Jaden Daniels. He chose to come here and work with Caleb. Yeah. It's not a finished product. It's not a finished product, but I love what we've got going on.
I've been bashing Ryan Poles for a long time, before this season, but this
and
the
it
moves
was
he's made since then, that you have to get. You can bash him for some stuff in the past, but I give him props when he does things that work out for the best. Like I said, his draft picks are starting to play. But the main thing is that these coaches are developing the players. Our coaches in the past didn't develop our players.
Yeah.
Our players didn't even know how to watch film.
Isn't that crazy?
Which is an absurd thing, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But that's And another move that Poles has made that's underrated, he brought in a third-string quarterback who had been all over the league and played in several different systems and knew how to watch tape and knew how to study and knew how to teach younger quarterbacks, because the coaches only have so many hours that they can put in. But if you're a member of the team, you can spend as much time as you want. Y'all can go to Top Golf and talk ball or anything. Y'all can hang out and all that stuff. But it's I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just excited, Swaggy. If you're not, it's fine. You can just not be excited. I don't know. We're 9-3, number 1 seed in the NFC. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers. KB, what'd you call him earlier, Neil? Nostradamus, but with KB, I can't remember how you put it.
KB.
I think you were the one. You were the one
Nostrabilis.
that said, "Hey, you said don't sleep on the Panthers. Look what they did, man. They
I don't know, guys. I was 17 in 1985.
I was maybe 3.
It was the best time of my life, man. Senior year of high school, we went all the way.
Yeah, we are the Bears shuffling through, shuffling on down and doing it for you.
This team feels, I mean, why not, man? Why can't it be us this year? You know, I mean, there's no dominant teams in the NFL. Last week we were talking about how the Rams were the most dominant team in the NFL. Yeah. You know, what do you guys think, man? Why can't we play the last game in February?
Ooh, this is interesting, brother. Because
why can't we, KB?
I had this conversation with a friend of mine just a few days ago, man. I was gonna say, because I thought about it, and I was gonna bring this up to y'all. Why not? Why
not us?
What team in this NFC do you sit there and say the Bears can't beat? Who in the NFC do you sit there and say, oh, this team should just roll everybody through the playoffs to the Super Bowl? There's nobody.
Yep, nobody.
We might have thought that team was the Rams. The Rams had a really, I will say this, the Rams had a really off game.
Yep, they had a bad game.
I don't know any game where you will sit there and say Matt Stafford.
Yep. The Panthers had a good game plan for that game. You know, they blitzed Matt Stafford. You know, they stopped the run. They they worked their passing game and run game as well against the Rams. The Panthers played a good game.
I said this to my boy, and after I said it, he got quiet. There was no conversation after that. If the Bears hold true at number 1, who comes to Chicago in December and January and wins a game against a team that it plays in the shit? Not a lot of people. How many teams of these teams in the NFC has the rushing attack the Bears have? Not a lot of these teams. So yeah, when I sit here and I say, man, there's a possibility. There's no NFC team, even if we didn't hold it. We didn't hold the first place. There's still the possibility the Bears could play anybody and beat them. I said this before, bro. Any given Sunday, you got to go out and play these games. The Rams went out, they played the game, and they got beat. You got beat. That was the number 1 thing.
I was thinking, because the Seahawks are damn good too. Their defense is awesome, and Sam Darnold, up until the last couple of weeks, has been playing really well. But if the Vikings started anybody at quarterback not named Brosmer, they might have had a shot in that game last week. Their defense was smothering Sam Darnold, but the Seahawks
couldn't get anything going, Darnold.
But the Seahawks defense was able to. I think they had 4 takeaways, a pick 6. They just swarmed them.
There's no offense on
NFC is strong, but like Grant says here, we're not scared of anybody. I feel like we could step on the field. We're not outmatched when it comes to coaching.
No.
And I feel like we're not outmatched when it comes to talent on the field anymore. I feel like we have a shot with everybody that steps on the field with us.
Didn't I say on the show the Bears are a team that nobody want to play in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah.
You know?
You just don't want to play at Soldier Field in the middle of wintertime. That's one of the main things, like KB said. And, hey, Kevin Warren, I know you watched the show. It's the best damn pregame show on the planet Earth.
Obviously.
We need an open-air stadium, dude. Don't you dare dome the hell out of this thing.
Hey,
Don't
man,
you dare dome it.
make it retractable. You feel
Make
me?
it retractable.
Open up.
I'm fine with retractable. But that there needs to be some cold ass air coming off Lake Michigan into that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're thinking we can have Taylor Swift come through here in the off season and get a bunch of money. We can have Guns N' Roses come through here in the off season and make a bunch of money. We can have
You do that when you retract
Final-
that close. That's what
Final Four.
Super
They had
Bowls.
Kendrick Lamar come through, and man, shout out the lady for getting the tickets, bro.
Hey.
That concert was amazing.
Jeez.
Do we have more money to spend this year? I don't know. There's the contracts are friendly enough to free up money next year. You know, there's contracts we can get out of. I think you have to re-sign Kevin Byard and Deshaun Wright, though.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Darnell Wright.
He was saying, I think what he was saying is we were able to sign these contracts because we tanked at the start of Poles' career when we were tanking to get those top picks. We had more money.
Poles wasn't necessarily tanking. The man was clear.
When he took the job, he said he was gonna tear it down. Sometimes you have to tear it down and start all over. You know, it might be the best.
Everybody has to do that.
Absolutely.
But hey, Kevin Byard needs to come back though. You know, going back to the point of re-signing guys, you need Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
Kevin Byard has such a Mike Brown feel to him.
Yeah.
Back in 2006, the Super Bowl year, it seemed like Mike Brown was always in the right place at the right time. That's just what good high IQ football players do. That pick he had last week against Philadelphia, it was a single high safety set.
Yeah.
Jalen granted kind of missed the mark on the pass, but still Byard was in the right place, right time, read and react after he took his drop.
He came all the way
some bitch off
the field to make that pick.
Yeah, mid hash the sideline. It was mid hash the sideline. It was an unbelievable play.
Yeah, and that was a game going into it where a lot of people were like, "Well, what are the Bears going to do now?" Because the Eagles don't turn the ball over. We turned them over twice. So for anyone who says you can't replicate turnovers, it's not something you can do. They practice this. They do this stuff. That's an
interesting thing talking about today's game. If you want to bring up turnovers, their AC is
we have
Green Bay doesn't do that.
Today. Yep, they don't give
Green Bay doesn't give the ball up. I mean, and by the same token, they also don't force turnovers either.
Yeah. So
I think that's a matter of the defense getting pressure on Love and forcing him to number one, be uncomfortable, but then also do some ill-advised stuff with the ball.
Yeah.
Regarding Ryan Poles, I don't think Swaggy will ever give him credit until we win a Super Bowl. If you want to say, look, the first 2-3 years of Poles' Bears career, he was learning on the job. Fine, he was. He's a first-time GM. But this year, man, his moves have all been money, dude. Except for Dio, Dengbo, maybe Grady Jarrett. But the offensive line is freaking – it might be the best offensive line in the NFL. I mean, that's why we're 9-3.
Right.
Can you think of an offensive line better than the Bears? Maybe the Patriots. I know they lost Will Campbell for the season. The Rams have a pretty good offensive line, too. It's why they're, top of their division.
I was going to say,
Bills.
The rookies that he picked, I mean, outside of, the Zy Frazier pick right now, I mean, they're paying dividends. And Ruby because I still don't understand that.
Yeah.
People got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, 7th round for Monangai. Come on. I mean, it was a deep draft, and there was no way we were going to get Ashton Genty where we were picking. You can't. You could make an argument that they were trying to pick Travion Henderson in the second, and he went a pick before us to the Patriots, and that kind of they took forever to make their next pick because they wanted to make sure. What are we going to do? Are we going to be okay for running back later on? Let's take Luther Burden. But,
I mean, right after the draft, everybody was saying, why didn't the Bears just not win that game in Green Bay so they'd have a better draft pick? No, that's not what we've done. Caleb
That's
Williams
not-
is
no,
undefeated
that's
at Lambeau Field in 2025.
That's not what Bears Packers is all about. But look, we have to get takeaways today. I mean, maybe there's some regression to the mean for Green Bay, and they give the ball up. Josh Jacobs is a guy who doesn't fumble a lot, man. He's pretty secure with the ball. Is their offensive line banged up? They've got some players out. The key is running the football. I mean, they're Devontae Wyatt. That's their run stopper in the middle since they traded Kenny Clark to the Cowboys. He's out. He's on injured reserve. He rolled his ankle last week.
They did keep a lot of defensive tackles, though, because they were planning to make that move. So they kept a lot of defensive tackles when they did their cut.
They drafted 2 rookies, Nazir Stackhouse from North Carolina. I can't remember the other kid's name. Georgia, sorry. Georgia, a big plug in the middle. And then I forget the other kid. The Bears made some moves today. I know they're talking about Carl Brooks. They released him and brought up Jaden Reeves-Maben and signed Jordan McFadden. Luke Newman went down for the year. He's on injured reserve with the foot injury. I don't know if he's designated to return injured reserve, but they signed him to the thing. So Brooks was the odd man out. Brooks was a pretty good special teamers, but they must feel like Reeves-Maben gives them a little bit better on special teams and plus can play on the field as well.
Okay. Well, it's about that time. We got to close this thing out. KB, you want to give me your score prediction, bowl prediction, MVB, hit your shout outs, and we'll close this thing on out.
Ooh, okay. 24-21 Bears. I'm going to say we carry out what we did last week. It's going to be a lot of running the ball, man. I don't necessarily think we'll be running the ball at the middle a whole lot. I think they might get out on the edge a lot and run a lot toward Myles Garrett. I said Myles Garrett. Lord have mercy. Micah Parsons. They'll be running a lot at Micah Parsons. Like I said, I feel like he's really great in the pass. I'm not a fan of his game while he's in the run. I feel like you can watch him. At that point, you can kind of take him out. And if you beat him up early, it'll pay dividends later on for the rest of the game. MVB, it's like Loveland. Give me Loveland for this game.
Nice.
I don't know. I just got a feeling like Loveland might go off.
They've been talking in the chat about Quay Walker being out. So if you can take advantage of a linebacker being out, you hit your tight ends.
You'll say you got Rome.
Quay Walker was full participation yesterday.
I think he's playing.
Friday.
I don't have a Packer. I couldn't find a Packers image for their. I've got an article on Packers. Lucas Van Ness is out and Devontae Wyatt is out. Savion Williams, a receiver, out. Colin Oliver, defensive line, out. Marshawn Lloyd, running back, out. The rest, everyone else is questionable. Javon Bullard is their starting safety. He's out.
I would right now.
I mean, he's questionable. Sorry.
With Rome being gone, I feel like you'll be able to move Colston around a lot. To me, this is the game where you'll get. I feel like you can get a lot out of Luther Burden than Colston Loveland. And I think Colston Loveland shines a little bit more. So, yeah, I'll go with him as my MVP. Shout out to everybody in chat. Y'all did your thing, man. Y'all came with it, even with some of the more annoying comments. Not gonna throw any names, Swaggy. So it's shout out y'all boys, man. Like always, man. Love the show. Love doing this with y'all boys every Sunday, man. And it's nice when you got good things to talk about. But
that's true.
Love y'all, man. I'm gonna have to hop off because this weather. I gotta get moving.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
Good to see you, KB. Nostra KB.
Bear down, KB. Let's go.
All right, take it over, Neil.
Cheers to y'all boys, man. Always an honor. It's an honor and a privilege, gentlemen. You are gentlemen and scholars, and it is fun as hell to be on this whole entire thing.
I don't know about scholar. I still use the word ain't. So.
Oh well, shit. the best of us use that word. That's what it is. Where the hell did Tooch go?
I don't know. Well, I guess
Tooch
go ahead and hit your. He'll pop back in. He's got the link. Here he goes.
Booted me off.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you go, Tooch?
You getting throttled over there, Tooch? What's going on?
Yeah, throttled.
27-20 is what sort of spoke to me in the middle of the show. 27-20. I think that's where I'm going to go with that prediction. Most valuable Bear is going to be that defensive line, the entirety of the defensive line. Get after Love's ass, force him to be uncomfortable, shut down that run game. It's all going to start up front. It's going to start in the trenches. Yeah. And then, everybody, the back seven is going to cook.
Yeah.
Bold prediction. Luther Burden has a breakout game.
Mm.
Luther Burden's going to cook himself. That's kind of what I'm feeling.
That would be so much fun to see, too, because he gets – I mean, even when he just gets a first down, he gets so excited and fired up about it.
The dude's intense.
Yeah.
But again, going back to what I remember watching him as a high school kid, that kid is just an absolute dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Get him the damn ball.
Yeah.
Throw him the damn ball. Keyshawn Johnson, where you at?
Rounds, give him all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. The whole thing, man. But yeah, shout out to y'all boys. The chat got kind of ornery today. Yeah. But y'all bring it every single week, and that's awesome. What's our numbers looking like today, AC?
We got 75 in right now. I haven't looked to see how many likes we got. I'll give it a double check here.
Yeah, we had like 500 on one time last week or the week before.
Yeah, that was last week. I don't know.
Y'all boys slacking? What's going on, guys?
Everyone's shoveling.
Yeah, right.
I gotta get out shovels.
Hey, it does look beautiful outside though. We got about another 5 inches on the ground here, but it does look beautiful outside.
My girls are 7 and 9. I'm always like, hey, there's leaves to rake, or hey, we got to shovel the driveway today. Yeah. Friday morning, I woke up, our furnace was out.
Oh, shit.
It was like 67. Goodness. Yeah, I had to get the space heaters. It's funny, though. My
wife,
was
the temperature?
It was cold. I mean, but it didn't get down
67.
67 in the house.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. This fucking guy.
I'm too old for that. I went down there and I'm like, I tried to, get something. I'm like, I could smell the motor burnt out, and I got my guy out here yesterday fix it. He didn't charge me hardly anything. A new motor was like awesome. $450 and $200 to install it, so not bad. I just didn't want to, put in a whole new furnace system that you're looking at.
Bad time of year for that shit to go out now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
my wife and I are kind of thrift store junkies. I think Aaron and I have talked about this before with the thrift store sailing or whatever. And my wife usually, like, if she sees like a little space heater, she grab. We got like 20 of them, man. I don't know how many.
Wow.
But I don't know how many.
Well, you're in Iowa, so
yeah. And so she was prepared. And then the girls have the whole top floor. It's like their bedroom, their desks, school desks are up there. They got a lounge, they got a bathroom, they got a fridge and TV and everything. It's like the whole top.
They got their own little apartment.
Oh man, it's like every kid that comes by here is like they just love coming by and hanging out in the kid apartment up there. But there's no like vents or anything up there for them. So it's all ambient heat or space heaters, and I've got a air conditioner at either end of the attic for them, so they're okay up there. But yeah, I mean, I woke up, I'm like, God damn it, furnace is down, but we're back up and running here. We just need a Green Bay victory. I mean, a victory in Green Bay to put the cherry on top. We need a victory in Green Bay to put a cherry on top of it all.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man. But hey, also though, a special shout out to our boy Aldo.
Yeah. He looks like he's doing better, man.
He was in the chat this morning, brother. Fellas. I don't know if he's
glad
still
as
in
hell
there.
That you're home. Glad as hell that you're doing better. Glad as hell that you're feeling good.
Lots of
glad as hell that you're ramped up for today.
Every night.
Yeah, absolutely. All those prayers we shouted out last week, man. The past couple weeks really apparently did the trick. God is good, man. God is absolutely good.
Yep.
God will lead the way. That's what this whole thing's all about. But I guess the other thing is, guys, is about 45 minutes from now, we got the college football playoff selection show starting.
Yep.
Which is going to be there's going to be a lot of people pissed off on X.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what the heck? Some of
there's
these
going to be a lot of people pissed off. And if Notre Dame doesn't get in, then that's an absolute conspiracy. That's a hit job. Because there's no way that, given what happened yesterday and really what's happened over the past month of the season, that you absolutely, Aldo, absolutely. There's no way that you leave that team out in favor of anybody else. Alabama got crushed yesterday. The only teams that they had decisive victories against all year was Louisiana Monroe, Eastern Illinois, and Wisconsin. All three of those teams are absolute trash.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and do the comparison against Miami,
I think they should both be in.
One of these two schools did not schedule an FCS team, and it wasn't FCS-Ed Tech either. And that same school that didn't schedule an FCS team also didn't lose to two unranked teams. So
I'll let Tooch get in, but that's what's been driving me nuts when I listen to the radio and I hear Miami's coach going on there and talking about how they need to be in, and Texas's coach going on. I'm like, dude,
Texas, you had 3 losses.
I watched you come to Lexington and go to overtime with a bad Kentucky team and follow that up with an overtime win against Mississippi State, who, Neil,
were getting their asses stomped in by Mississippi State, dude.
I'm just saying, it's not just that you lost to Florida, it's that you had bad wins too. I get it. You beat Oklahoma, Texas A&M, but those are rivalry games for you. That's like saying Kentucky beat Louisville the year that Lamar Jackson was there. It's a rivalry game. Things happen in rivalries that just, I don't know.
all the people,
I think the biggest thing about college football is we need to fix the schedule. We need to fix it to where week 0 should be week 1. And we need to have, I think it was the Texas Tech coach came out and really laid it out perfectly and everything made sense. So you didn't have to worry about, like, when this coach is done, the whole season's over. Prior to him, like Lane Kiffin, you don't even see that happen. The whole season's over by the time he goes to LSU, and we don't even have the questions of will he coach in the playoff or will he not. It's so easy to fix, but they just, and I think the committee, either the playoffs will be expanded again, it'll be 16 teams, or the committee will be gone because they just do shit willy-nilly. They'll say they put Notre Dame above Miami, and everyone says, well, Miami beat Notre Dame. And they say, well, it's because that was so long ago. But then I think they had another 2 teams where it was flipped, even though the head-to-head, like, it's just, it doesn't make sense.
If it matters this much, why did we play all these games yesterday? Except for Indiana, Ohio State. All these teams already played each other. We should just move right along, right? Yeah. If head-to-head matters that much, Florida State should probably be the number 3 team in the country because they beat the team that beat Georgia. We should get Florida State a first-round bye, right? That's the way this whole thing works. That's what's bullshit about using the head-to-head argument is it starts to send you down a Pythagorean theorem path to nonsense. There are more things that matter than just head-to-head. And it's how the hell you are playing right now.
And so many teams like Texas A&M, I thought they were great. And then I looked to see what part of the conference they played. It was literally the whole bottom of the SEC.
And why did Ole Miss jump them?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know.
What the hell did Ole Miss do all year to warrant them jumping A&M in the poll? A&M lost by 10 points to their arch rival. That's the only loss they had all year.
If they kept Florida State out because of their quarterback, are they going to keep Ole Miss out because they lost their coach? I don't know.
That was definitely talked about.
I feel like this is a whole other show. Tooch, you got a show coming up after this, so you got to get out of here, huh?
Yeah, about 9 minutes. Got the fantasy football Goon coming on with me and Goon and me, setting some lineups and before next week's fantasy playoffs start. Yeah, I mean, the disrespect of the Bears as a 7-point dog, a 9-3 team, 7-point dog.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't like betting on. It seems like when I bet on the Bears, they lose. When I bet against them, they win. So I guess I should bet against them so we get a victory today. But if I was betting on this game, I would take +7, man. It's like last 2 years were, 1-point game and a 2-point game. So I think look, they've had some kicking problems with McManus lately. He's been pretty good. Before, he was they were talking about getting rid of him, and he had some injury issues. Man, I'm going to take, I think it'll be something like 23-22, something like that. Another close game, man.
25-24, wasn't that the score?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. We've had a few 25-24 games this season, I think, right?
If it's another 25-24, I'm going to lose my damn shit.
Yeah. But it's gonna be cold, and I would lean under as far as like points scored, and then you're talking about both teams are probably going to try to establish the run on each other, and the Bears have Odunze out. If we're going to win this game, we need a big game from DJ Moore or Luther Burden or both. Loveland, the receivers without Odunze, they've got to step up. So I'm going to take I'll take my MVP as DJ Moore today. It's his time to step up here with Odunze out.
Love it.
We'll like to see what those rookies do as well. 23-22. I know it's an odd score, but it could be even lower. I would lean towards an under, but
it could be more odd. Mandela's got 3-2 in chat, so it could be.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit more off the rails than 23-22. So
what was it? Versus we had the play where Caleb got caught in the end zone by TJ Watt against the Steelers. He's got to be prepared for the speed of Micah Parsons. I know Caleb is fast. There's a few times he's been clocked at like over 21 miles per hour. And his speed
first down run last week was 20.
Yeah, his speed takes teams by surprise. And he's stronger than people think. He's able to break out of the grasp a lot. His escapability. That's something that Jordan Love doesn't have, is the escapability of a Caleb Williams. So I think we just have to improve the accuracy. He sailed some passes last week. It wasn't the most ideal of passing conditions at Lincoln Field. But I don't think it'll be that great of conditions today. But if you were to ask me which quarterback has a better arm, I'd still take Caleb Williams. Jordan Love has played pretty well this season. Only 3 interceptions on the season. That's
the crazy thing.
That's something. Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna take the Bears. Look, if they lose, it's not the end of the world when we drop down to 7th in the seeding. But
we'll play again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll play again in 2 weeks with the Browns.
Primetime game too. Primetime game, 7:00 kick, right?
Mm-hmm. Got a chance for revenge. Yeah, the pressure's on the Packers, man. They're at home in front of their fans with a lot to prove. So Bears play a good game, avoid the penalties. I think we have a great shot of coming out of there with a victory.
Could I argue that Ozzie Trapillo versus Micah Parsons might be the matchup of the day? That right there could either make or break, win or lose the game.
He'll have help. I mean,
the thing about Micah is
be 12 plus all day. I would assume, but
he doesn't just come off that one edge though. They move him around. Sometimes he'll come through the middle. They'll put him next to Rashawn Gary. Sometimes they move him all around. So it's obviously Caleb has to know where number one's at on defense. That's the number one priority.
Pre-snap reads are going to be massive today. Pre-snap reads.
I'm assuming Gordon's playing, right? Matthew Fochese is asking in the chat. I feel like
he's not on the injury report.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
We got Hippolyte out, Odunze out, Stevenson is out.
He's not
even else is full participation.
He's not on the injury report at all, so I assume he's playing.
Yeah, so Gordon's in. He's good to go. My score prediction, so difficult. I feel like I'm 30-21. Bears win. My bold prediction is, and I guess it's bold now, Jordan Love throws 2 interceptions, one to Nashawn Wright and one to Kevin Byard, and that seals the game. Bears are able to run the ball. So my MVP is going to be Kyle Monangai with a Bears first down. I don't know if y'all saw that on TikTok, but I freaking love that. I'm loving some Kyle Monangai, and he's having a blast
that cream of
out there.
Monangai.
And Like you said, Tooch, run through a motherfucker's face. I think that's what we're going to do. Big shout out to the chat today. They all brought it. Whether I agree or disagree with your opinion, still shout out to you. Definitely excited for this game. It feels like the rivalry is back, fellas. And I said this on my 12-ounce Core Route podcast. A lot of you know if you tune in. My co-host is a Packers fan. We were in the Army together. So this week, for the first time in a while, I felt like I was able to say something and my team backs me up a little bit. I feel like the rivalry is back. I feel like both of these.
What's his thoughts on the game?
He said, because we talked about it a little bit, and he said, "Man, I wish Ben Johnson would have left the division. He's like, man, he's just so good and smart, and the way he draws up plays, and he's able to adjust to, that was a big thing with Eberflus. Is even if we had the lead, we felt like we weren't going to make the adjustments to either keep the lead or to get the lead back. Where Ben Johnson is the king of adjustments. He changed our whole running scheme in a bye week. He's got us. It's just, I'm so excited. But I think Bears are able to get the ground game going.
We got to stick with the ground game, AC. You can't give up on it.
Throws when he has to, like that Komet throw that was perfect. Was perfect timed. Really put that game away in Philadelphia. That play action where he hit him. Oh, it was beautiful. Need to see more of that. Definitely. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe to the Barroom Radio Network. Like we said, Tooch is going to leave straight from here to help you set up your fantasy lineup. So if you got the notification bell hit, you'll go on right over there and talk to him and the goon to set up your fantasy lineup. And until next week, we'll just say fuck Green Bay and bear down.